Ladies and gentlemen, flash photography is not permitted during tournament competition. National Bowling Stadium, we're ready to begin competition. Bowlers at the sound of the bell, we begin. Good luck and good bowling.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the National Bowling Stadium in Reno, Nevada. I'm Lucas Wiseman, along with Aaron Smith. We are doing a test run of our live streaming here at the USBC Open Championships for the 2014 event. This is the opening squad, the first frame just finishing up in this year's USBC Open Championships. And Aaron, it was a great opening ceremonies, had a lot of festivities going on, and just talk a little bit about what we saw this evening. We didn't stream it, but we had an opportunity to get things kicked off.
That's right, Lucas. We had the opportunity to see Joe Bowler crowned. It was actually a pair to our live stream left, James Campton. He was the honorary Joe Bowler, who gets to throw out the ceremonial first ball. He got a 5 count on it, so but it looked like the cape was a little bit in the way.
The cape is always in the way for Joe Bowler. That's one of the
true.
tough things about throwing that shot is you've got a giant cape, and we'll have a video on Bowl TV of some highlights from the opening ceremonies, but that cape is always in the way. When you're in your backswing, it wraps around the ball and always causes people to pull the ball, and he pulled it left and left a 1-3, 6, 8, 10, I believe. Something like that.
Something like that.
And it was the rail on the right side with, I think, the 8 pin standing up.
I believe so. It had the pin in the back there, but last year our guy had, with the help of USBC Hall of Famers Jimmy Schroeder and Bob Hart, actually had one of them hold it. He was also a right-hander. Had him hold it back, and the guy took an abbreviated approach. Seemed to make it a little easier. But yes, we had the opening ceremonies. We had Ring of Fire, a tribute to Johnny Cash, also perform here. So for those of you making your way to Reno for the Open Championships, that show is going to be going on for quite a while here. So be sure to stop by the Tribe Properties. I believe it's at El Dorado. And check that out.
And the reason why we're doing this live stream tonight is just to make sure that all of the equipment is working properly, get an idea of how the new layout looks with the live stream. So if you have any feedback for us in the chat, please feel free to let us know what you think. I already see somebody says that we have a nice layout with the live stream this year, so thank you very much for the feedback. And if you have any comments on what you see, let us know. I want to thank Track. They are the sponsor of Bowl TV at the Open Championships this year, and that's why you see their logo oh so fancily spinning in the top right corner of your screen.
Oh so fancily is a technical term.
That's right. And we didn't we're not really streaming this pair for any particular reason other than it's the last pair in the bowling center that's being used tonight, and that's why we kind of chose it to stay out of the way as much as we could. And it's Texatonka Green 1 and 2 from Pacific Grove. I assume it's Pacific Grove, California. We honestly haven't done a whole lot of research on this team because we've been so busy with the opening ceremonies, but just wanted to give everybody an opportunity to watch some bowling on the first squad. And you know, even if you may not recognize some of these bowlers, they do all have pretty decent averages. Looking at their registration sheet, they were all at about 200 or better. And yeah, it's always fun to see balls going down the lane on the first squad to give people an idea of what they might expect in the team event when they come out here to bowl.
Very true. We had the kickoff show yesterday, so everyone got a first glimpse of the patterns for team and doubles and singles. Team pattern 43 feet this year. Doubles and singles coming in at 40 feet, so they're both a little bit longer than the 2013 event here at the National Bowling Stadium. So you got to see a few balls go down. You got to hear some experts talk about what they expected. We had USBC Women's Championships manager and lane guru Eric Pearson on there. He helped develop the patterns along with Lane 81 coach and the VIP program coach Mike Jasnow, as well as gold coach Stephen Padilla. So we had a few bowlers down there in the lanes. They were talking about what they were seeing. So if you didn't get a chance to see that, you're already on Bowl TV. Be sure to check out the archives and the Open Championship show. Get you all the information you need before you make your way out to Reno.
And again, for those of you just tuning in, we're just doing a live stream test here this evening of the opening squad of the Open Championships. Lanes 51 and 52 here at the National Bowling Stadium, and we'd certainly encourage your feedback in our chat. And feel free to spread the link on social media if you want to. It's kind of an unofficial live stream, so we're not pushing it through the official USBC channels at this point, but anybody who's interested is, of course, more than welcome to tune in. I got a comment in our Facebook group from Dwayne and I don't know how to say his last name. Dwayne H. says it works beautifully. Dwayne, I don't want to butcher your last name. So, but thanks, Dwayne, for being a member of the Open Championships Facebook group. And you want to find the official group for the Open and Women's Championships on Facebook, you can go to our USBC page, which is facebook.com/USBC. You should be able to find the link right there. Again, thanks everybody for checking out the live stream here from the opening squad of the USBC Open Championships. This is just kind of a test run for our live streaming this year. We've got a full schedule of live stream events that is available on bowl.com if you want to check out the schedule. But again, this is just a test run, and so if we aren't talking the whole time, you'll understand why.
Our first full broadcast from the Open Championships will be on March 13th. Get your first look at the doubles and singles pattern. PBA 50 champion Mike Diaz will be featured. He's got a very talented group out of the Colorado area. We'll follow that up a few days later on March 16th for our first look at, or I guess that would be our second look at team event now.
Yeah.
We'll have Breakpoint Pro Shop out of Minnesota. They were actually they were leading the way last year with 33.58 before Lodgelings 2 came in, and they ended up having the same numbers, just switched a few of them around. 35.38. That score ended up being enough to take home the title as well as the highest score in Open Championships history. So that'll be our first two full looks. We have a really great lineup throughout the year. We have defending champions, Hall of Famers. One of the exciting ones coming up on April 1st. We'll have USBC Hall of Famer Bob Hart just 472 pins away from the prestigious 100,000 pin club. So we'll have that live right here on Bowl TV, presented by Trek.
Well, Aaron, it looks like everybody in the chat and the feedback we're getting on Facebook is very positive so far. So that's good news. And hopefully Texatonka Green 1 and 2 can put up a good score for us on this opening squad. You never know. Somebody has to take the lead on the first squad, right?
Very
Why
true.
not? Why not them?
Those are the rules.
We've also got Team USA member Stephanie Johnson, Stephanie Nation Johnson. She's bowling down on the other end of the bowling center. She would probably be the biggest name on this squad, although there were some other what we call stars of the day, which is bowlers who have bowled in, I think it's 20 or more, 25 or more tournaments. They have a list near the registration desk to let you know who those players are. And there were a couple on these two teams that have more than 25 Open Championship appearances.
I actually believe this is, I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly, but John Gertis, I believe it was his 30th.
Yeah.
So these guys can get the recognition in the squad room for longevity here at the Open Championships. It's tough to do anything for 30 years, so we appreciate those bowlers who come back year after year after year and make it a part of their annual vacation.
And actually, Megan has commented on our Facebook group saying that thanks for picking these two teams. I love being able to watch my dad, Randy. So
there we go.
Megan able to watch her dad and her uncle's bowl from Washington State. So glad we were able to make that happen for you, Megan. You got luck of the draw right there. So we're going to step away for just a couple of minutes here, but we'll check in with you every once in a while to give you an update on what's going on. But enjoy watching the team event here this evening, and feel free to share the link on your Facebook or Twitter if you have some friends who you think would like to watch the action.
when it started to break.
All right, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. This is Aaron Smith. Lucas Wiseman is currently out of the booth. We'll have Matt Cannizzaro swing by in a little bit as we getting close to wrap up game number 1 here. The very first team squad of the 2014 Open Championships. We are watching Texatonka Green 1 and 2 out of Pacific Grove, California. This being the opening squad, we're just testing out some new stuff with the live stream equipment. We hope everyone enjoys the new settings. As we got the scoreboard very prominent now. We still have the pins from last year, and as you'll see in the top right-hand corner, the track logo. This track is the official sponsor of Bowl TV, so we want to thank them for their sponsorship this year. Track can also be seen downstairs at the showcase lanes, the track showcase lanes, where you can go for practice, you can go ahead and practice on this team pattern, which you're seeing here, as well as participate in the Columbia 300 40-frame game, a new side event here at the 2014 Open Championships. The 40-frame game has been around for quite a while. It's followed the Open around. It's always been in the city, but for the first time ever is brought on site here inside the National Bowling Stadium. And of course, we also have the Storm Bowlers Journal Championships presented by USBC at the high end of the National Bowling Stadium. We already got some squads underway, some bowling right now. We can see it from here over the dividing wall. Right now we're 9th frame. Texatonka Green number 1 having a little bit of struggle here in the 9th frame. Yet to mark. Solid 9th for their second team. Once again, feel free to tell your friends about this. We really didn't publicize this live stream too much as we were testing out the equipment, but good chance to see the new layout as well as get the first look of the 43-foot sport-compliant team pattern. For those of you who didn't get a chance to watch the kickoff show yesterday, we unveiled both the the team and the doubles and singles pattern. The team event pattern is 43 feet long, 2 feet longer than last year. The doubles and singles coming in at 40 feet, 1 foot longer, and there's some great information on the kickoff show if you didn't get a chance. You're already on Bowl TV, so be sure to, after you're done watching this, check out the archives. Check out the kickoff show. We have some great insight. We have some folks bowling on the lanes. You get a look at some of the new improvements here at the NBS. And a chance to take a look inside all the ball booths here as well. All right. Jeff Hammergren in the books for Texatonka Green number 1 at 158. Have to get used to reading these scoreboards again to figure out max scores. That was mostly my responsibility last year, so I'll have to get reacquainted. Stepping up on lane 52 right now, Jeff Eisenberg. Still has 258 out there. Looks like a hypercell is in his hands. That shot's a little bit right. Second time in a row on lane 52. He's let it get away from him. Comes in a little light on the head pin. Drops him to 224. Still a nice game out of the gates from Mr. Eisenberg. Once again, folks, if you have the broadband capabilities, you can watch this and every live stream from the Open and Women's Championships here in Reno, Nevada in high definition. Be sure to click on the gear on the bottom right of your video, also known as the settings gear, and for quality select 720p HD for a crystal clear look at all the events from the 2014 championships. See a comment about the masking units. We do have brand new masking units here. This is the first time since the opening of the stadium we've had a little bit of different look out here with the masking units. Very cool setup. It's a bluish green gray kind of backdrop with it's got all the states represented, and talking to National Bowling Stadium manager Bob Thomas, just wanted to kind of show that this is the grand center of bowling here. So we have competitors from all 50 states and a few more coming around. We got some Reno arches. We have Jim Osdale taking pictures. Jim Osdale, of course, with Steltronic scoring. He's here helping getting the scoring systems ready for the Bowlers Journal. He'll be back for the beginning of the Women's Championships as well. But the backdrop's very cool. It's got the new NBS logo, which debuted in 2013. And of course, the big change this year from last year, the squad room is completely redone. Has the feel of the showcase lanes downstairs. Has that same motif, if you will. I have no idea if that's the correct term, so if it isn't, I apologize. There's a nice shot by Bob Foote for Texatonka green number 2. Big double in the 10th there. He's looking to finish this game out right, get ready for game number 2. Big 10th frame for John Gertz. All 3 in the 10th for 207. Shallow wide for Bob. He's still in the 190s. 194 to be exact. Randy Gertz stepping up to finish out the 10th. He can add 60 on top. So Texatonka green number 2 can get to 961 still. Interesting story about Randy. We actually talked to him last year. He has a story up on bowl.com. Competing in the senior championships in the first day of qualifying, rolled a 308-17 series in his division. He fell a little bit short of taking home the senior championships title. But Randy and everyone else competes in their senior state championships will have a chance to head back here to the National Bowling Stadium. The senior championships will take place in July, right here at the NBS. That's not the only event going on in Reno. We have, first and foremost, I guess we should go in order. We're starting today here with the Open Championships. First of, nice conversion there of the washout by Randy. The first of 136 days of competition going on right now. The Women's Championships will be the next roll into town starting April 11th at the Reno Sparks Convention Center, followed shortly thereafter by the X-Bowling Intercollegiate Singles and Team Championships. Those will also be taking place at the Reno Sparks Convention Center. The Women's Championships will get underway, then they'll give the lanes over to the kids for a few days. That'll take place between April 14th and 18th as Randy finishes up game number 1 here with a strike to give him 157. So Texatonka Green, number 2 in the books, 941. Texatonka Green number 1, 831. So we'll keep the cameras rolling, see how these guys do. You can read about all of today's events later on tonight on bowl.com. So Chris Johnson has joined us in the chat room. Chris, I'm afraid Stephanie is on the total other side of the venue right now. She's actually down on, I want to say 17 and 18. We're on 51 and 2. Lucas is around though, so you can surely give him a jingle. I'm sure he can give us some updates here in a little bit. Or if we get Matt Cannizzaro to finally wander over to the booth, we'll be sure to get some updates from around the house. Once again, thank you everyone for tuning in. We've got 135 people watching now. So be sure to tell your friends. This is kind of a last-minute plan just to test the live stream equipment, get a good look at the new setup. So feel free to share with your friends and get a look at this year's team pattern for the first time. If you want a full schedule of the live stream list, be sure to go to bowl.com/Open Championships. We have a list of the whole live stream setup for 2014 at both the Open and the Women's Championships. I mentioned Mike Diaz will be our first full live stream here. We'll see the PBA 50 Tour champion compete at doubles and singles along with his very talented team. I said March 13th earlier. That's actually their team date. It's March 14th. So March 14th will be the first, or I guess technically second live stream from Reno here. You get to see Mike Diaz on the doubles and singles at 11 a.m. out here in Reno, 2 p.m. Eastern, followed by the first or second look at the team event with Minnesota's Breakpoint Pro Shop. They were leaders for a while here last year. That'll be on March 16th, 10 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to keep the cameras rolling here, so everybody sit tight, enjoy. We'll be back with a little more commentary in just a few moments. Thanks again for tuning in, and enjoy your first look at the 2014 Open Championships team pattern.
There's a lot of people rate that same shot, so it's actually helping us. Get down again. You gonna use that?
Use what? No.
You sure?
Yeah, I got it.
Thanks, they can hear you if you want on YouTube.
to hit that 10 pin and get a strike.
That's right. I'd like my second strike of the night. Really? Ready to go.
That was just ugly. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that, guys.
I'll give you $100 if you can do that again on your next shot.
I started something.
Muscles.
Soda is soda.
Mine's over. Walk out. I'm waiting for it. Yeah, look at that. Oh. You can't get a two-bagger until you get a one. You're closer to a double than I am.
That mess you up when you fell after that.
Well, yeah, a little bit. I favored it a little bit.
Good sign. Footwork, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd change my seat if I were you.
I didn't bring my other pair.
Oh, you did?
I'll bring it tomorrow.
Yeah, I took mine off. I said, hey,
Yeah, every time I do that, it messes me up about 3 shots in. That's why I think I could go there right now.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, this is Aaron Smith. Lucas Wiseman is running around somewhere, as well as Matt Cannizzaro. We're here at the opening squad for the 2014 USBC Open Championships, taking in Texatonka Green, number 1 and 2 out Pacific Grove, California. This is your first chance to get a look at the team pattern for 2014. 43 feet long, 24 mils. As these guys try to become the first leaders of the 2014 event. It has to happen today. In the opener, Texatonka Green number 2, 941. Which, looking around from where I'm at behind lanes 51 and 2, is the highest score so far I can see. There's obviously bowling going all the way down to lanes 17 and 18. Live stream extraordinaire Lucas Wiseman was on earlier in the broadcast. He's working diligently to put together a video for the opening ceremonies. It's a pretty cool little feature. Had a bunch of VIPs and dignitaries on hand to take in the excitement. We had Joe Bowler, who's bowling one pair to our left. James Campton helped kick off the tournament with the ceremonial first ball. We had a live performance from Ring of Fire, a Johnny Cash show coming out of the El Dorado, which will be here for a while. So if you're looking for something fun to do, a little different here in Reno, be sure to check that out. And the ribbon cutting ceremony, and now we have the first squad. Nice conversion there by John. Taking care of the 5-10. Please be sure to like us on all the social media aspects. Of course, you're watching Bowl TV right now. Please subscribe to us at youtube.com/BowlTV to get the latest notifications about all of our events coming up, as well as checking out archives. We're on Facebook at The Sport of Bowling. That's at facebook.com/USBC. And, of course, Twitter. You can follow USBC at twitter.com/USBC. Come on, CJ. You know there's no pressure when we have the cameras on you guys. If anything, it brings out the best in some of these guys. That's how we get the top scorers each year. Matt Canizaro and myself will be not only handling close to 30 live streams between here and the Open and Women's Championships, but we'll have the handheld camera out as well for all those big events. Make sure we get those taken care of. We were able to put together nice features last year on all of our title lists. We got a nice feature on the Lodge Lanes crew, who of course set the all-time tournament record with 35-38. Also had a feature on Zeke Bate, our doubles winners, Brian Burkhart and Rick Gatlin, all events winner John Serbinski, and of course team all events junior team USA Support 1. Thank you for the kind words there, Mr. Johnson. For those of you interested to see the lineup right now of live streams coming up, be sure to visit bowl.com/openchamps, or OpenChamp, excuse me. And right now in the news feature, it's the third story, live stream schedule for 2014 Open and Women's Championships. We got the full list there. Of course, this is our first look at the team event. Next time we'll fire up the cameras will be March 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern for PBA 50 Tour champion Mike Diaz and his very talented crew. Get a first-hand look at the 40-foot doubles and singles pattern. We'll be back 2 days later at 10 p.m. Eastern for Minnesota's Breakpoint Pro Shop. Rounding out March, we'll have only one more for March scheduled. Former PBA exempt player Craig Tucholsky, along with Kathy Tribby, will have their team event at 10 p.m. Eastern as well on March 22nd. And then all the fun starts in April. We're going to have a very busy April. Starting off with USBC Hall of Famer Bob Hart on April 1st. Hoping we can catch him live here on Bowl TV, presented by Track, as he is looking to become the 14th member of the 100,000 pin club, just 472 pins away. Matt's already told Bob he expects him to have that in 2 games, which would surprise none of us. We actually all expect that. So, Bob, if you're tuning in, no pressure. But 470 at the turn, that's about average for you out here. So, we'll be ready to award that crystal pin. Our first defending champions come back on April 20th and 21st. Our Team All Events champions, Junior Team USA Support number 1, will actually live stream their doubles and singles. They'll be bright and early here on the 21st, 7 a.m. local time. It'll be 10 a.m. out on the East Coast. All right, game number 2 moving right along. Nice shot by Jeff there on lane 51. His first double of the game. Despite a few early opens, Texas-Tongan Green number 2 still doing fairly well here. 9:41 in the opener. The crossing team, Texas-Tongan Green number 1, 8:31. We are behind lanes 51 and 2 here at the famed National Bowling Stadium. We hope that everybody likes the new setup we have here for our track bowl TV coverage. It's a little different from last year. There's a nice shot by Jeff Eisenberg. Gets the 10 to fall late. We still got the scoreboard. We still got the pins cam. Of course, we got the nifty little track logo spinning around the top. Once again, thank you to Track for their support of Bowl TV, as well as the showcase lanes downstairs, the track showcase lanes. You get a chance to practice on the team pattern you'll see out here at the 2014 Open Championships, but you also get a chance to check out the Columbia 300 40-frame game. Tournament's been following the Open around the country for many years now, I believe since 1992. This is the first time that both events have been held in the same venue. Also on site, we have the Storm Bowlers Journal Championships presented by USBC. We actually have some of our first squads going on right now as well. And you can get a first-hand look of the doubles and singles pattern used here. Those are the two places to check them out. And you never have to leave the facility. That's the great part about this. So much great bowling opportunities under the same roof. As Matt Cannizzaro would say, you can put your bowling shoes on in the morning and never have to take them off. But for those of you who are more adventurous, still plenty to do out here in the biggest little city in the world. We've been in town or at least myself and Mr. Cannizzaro have been in town for a little more than a week now. Still plenty of great places out here. We have our favorites, just small joints around town here. Whether you want a good burger, good pizza, we know the place. So, especially Matt. Matt really knows the place. So, so be sure to stop by the media office when you do make it out to the tournament. Stop in, say hi. We'll have a new promotional item for 2015 we'll be talking about pretty soon here. We'll have a little fun out here. It's not always all business for Matt and I, so we'll talk about that a little more in the upcoming days here. The Reno Aces are back once again. They'll be kicking off their season in early April. So be sure to check out a game if you haven't had the opportunity since 2010. Really is a fantastic facility. For those of you coming a little bit earlier, the Reno Bighorns still have quite a few home games left before their season wraps up. They're at the Reno Event Center, which is right across the street from the National Bowling Stadium. All right, we're in the 9th frame. Jeff Hammergren already up and done, 4 in a row to kick off the 10th. He still has 226 out there. Mike Bushway has been struggling the past few frames. He's going to look to get back on track here, set up his team for the 9th frame. There's a nice shot by Mike. The leadoff position often the catalyst for the team. As our former broadcast mate Emil Williams Jr. knows all about. The human firework helped lead Lindenwood to a national title not too long ago. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. This is Aaron Smith with Lucas Wiseman and Matt Cannizzaro, somewhere around here at the National Bowling Stadium. You're getting a first-hand look here, a special last-second live stream. Testing out some of the new features for 2014, a different look to the appearance. We hope everyone likes it. If you do, please chime in, and if you don't, let us know too. We'll see if we can always make improvements. We're always willing to try new things here. Thanks again for taking some time out on your Friday night to join us. This is the first of nearly 30 events that will be live streamed from Reno from just the Open and Women's Championships alone. We'll also have the 2014 ISC and ITC, the X-Bowling Intercollegiate Singles and Team Championships out here in the middle of April. Lucas Wiseman will be back out here for that. And we have a celebrity stopping by, David Harris. Some of you may recognize David from the kickoff show. He is the guy in the red shirt, just strapping on the ball, throwing strikes everywhere, pins around. But not only do we have the collegiate stars stopping by Reno for a few days at the end of June and early July, we'll welcome back the 2014 USBC Queens and Senior Queens. They'll be back in Reno. That starts June 27th and will go through July 3rd. Then just a few days later, the Senior Championships will take over the National Bowling Stadium from July 7th to July 9th. As I mentioned earlier, one of the bowlers on our featured pair here, Randy Gerds, qualified through his state tournament to earn a spot in the Senior Championships and took full advantage during qualifying. Shot 300 and an 817 right here on these very lanes. Well, maybe not these particular 51 and 2, but these very lanes here at the National Bowling Stadium. He didn't end up taking home the title, but still a once-in-a-lifetime experience, I'm sure, to be able to put together a, not even just a game, but a 3-game total like that here at the Taj Mahal at 10 pins. those are just some of the other events going on here in Reno. So it's so many things going on here throughout our run. It's going to be an exciting year. There's a nice shot by Anthony Souza, first shot of the 10th. Struggling the past few frames. Jeff Hammergren in the books 204. Jeff Eisenberg with a strike there on his first shot on the 10th. He can still get to 194. He was in the 220s last game. I believe 224 to be exact. For those of you looking to follow USBC, of course, we are at bowl.com. That is our main site. And for those of you who enjoy the social media aspect, we are on Twitter at twitter.com/USBC. The Sport of Bowling is on Facebook at facebook.com/USBC. And of course, right now, Bowl TV. You can find that at youtube.com/BowlTV. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to find out about all the latest and greatest coming up. And of course, after you're done checking out tonight's broadcast, feel free to check out the archives. You can check out stuff from last year's all past live streams. Check out some of the stuff from the 2013 event, as well as all the great coaching features. And of course, most importantly, we just yesterday had the Open Championships kickoff show. So if you weren't one of the, we had more than, or right around 700 people tune in live to check out the unveil of the patterns. If you didn't get a chance yesterday or yet, be sure to check that out after this. A lot of great information in there. You get to see some of the changes to the National Bowling Stadium, including first-hand look at the squad room, which has been completely renovated for 2014. Of course, you get a look inside the ball booths, see some of their latest and greatest equipment, and then, of course, the unveil of the patterns. You get to see a few folks bowl on the lanes. And finally, you get expert analysis from Eric Pearson, Lane 81 coach Mike Jasnow, and USBC.
Tweeting pictures and everything. This guy is on top of things. So
it took me about 15 minutes to figure that out. But
a technological whiz. So he's our resident IT guy in the media department.
But yes, you can. Although Matt has a lot more followers now, so folks, if you are on Twitter, don't worry about Matt. Matt's got plenty of followers. The key one is at USBC Aaron, AARON. That just rolls off your tongue. So be sure to follow me. I guess if you want to follow Matt too, he's at USBC Matt. That's not as exciting, I know.
I appreciate the endorsement. Thank you.
But for all we know Lucas has more than 5,000 followers, so of course he's always a great source of information and pictures and the latest and greatest from USBC. But for that little extra fun part from the Open Championships, we and the Women's Championships once they kick off in April, be sure to like our pages, follow us, and all that fun stuff. And
we do have a lot of fun here. It's like letting an animal out of the cage when we get out of the cubicle. Just want to give a shout out to our boy Chris Johnson as well, keeping things tidy in the chat room. I told him by text we should get him on the payroll. He's doing a great job. helping us out and answering questions.
Certainly did. Chris was chiming in. Hope everyone enjoyed the former PBA Rookie of the Year.
We sure are having a good time here in the booth. First live stream of the year, the unofficial live stream.
But yes, Chris already backed out for the evening, it appears. So once again, thanks to Chris Johnson for always providing great insight.
I'm sure you've told all the folks where to find the live stream schedule for this year, and
Of course.
all the great news and notes from the Open Championships. Already working on tonight's news release. The 111th Open Championships. It's a long time.
Certainly is, Matt. That's you've been around for most of them, haven't you?
I feel like it. Certainly, I've been here for a while. This is number 10. So going strong, hopefully. Already talking about number 11 next year in El Paso. Boy, do we have a treat for everybody.
I kind of let him in on that. Didn't get too far into details.
Yeah, we're looking to have a little more fun this year, I think. Take advantage of our new social media prowess, and of course almost 36 live streams if you count everything we're doing, and of course all the news and notes on bull.com. It's going to be a good one. Brian Lewis predicted earlier, based on Joe Bowler's performance tonight, that there's going to be 5,300s at this year's event. So as Brian Lewis, USBC Managing Director of Tournaments, putting the word out. So if anybody knows, he's the guy. So we'll see how close Brian gets in his prediction.
Apparently he wants to keep us busy this year.
Well, certainly want to get his money's worth of our time here, and that's what we're here for.
All right, Matt, we're already in game number 3. Texatonka Green number 2 after a 9:41 start finished with 8:94. They're at 18:35 after 2. Texatonka Green number 1 a little behind pace, 8:31, 7:92. They're at 16:23. It's kind of tough to see. I see a 17:32 a few lanes to our left.
So we've got our staff keeping an eye on things for us. A little bit of an intimate squad here on opening night. But the cool thing is that we will have a new leader tonight. So everybody has a chance to be on the top of the leaderboards, and it's one of the perks of bowling on opening day. Of course, and being part of opening ceremonies, possibly being Joe Bowler.
See a question about Joe Bowler in the chat room. Joe Bowler is actually, he's bowling one pair to our left. James Campton earned the honor.
Yep,
A tradition since 1951, I believe.
Aaron Smith's been doing his homework. That's right. 1951, the first Joe Bowler presides over the opening ceremony, throws out the first ball.
And here's a question, since you've been working so hard on it, Matt. I'll direct it your way. Ralph Lake asks, is there a place where a family can watch the day's events, live webcams for those who are not going to be there?
Absolutely. We do have our webcams being finalized tonight, as a matter of fact. And if you go to the Open Championships page, in the right-hand menu, there is an option for the webcams. We have 3 video streaming cameras at all times, and they'll show a certain area of the venue for 3 minutes and shift to another set of lanes, and those will be on hopefully 24/7. We also have our traditional point and click cameras where you have a drop down menu and the opportunity to zoom in and zoom out and take pictures and save to the photo album. All kinds of cool features there. And I know we had a small issue earlier with 2 of the cameras pointing to the same camera. Hopefully that's being resolved, and once we're 100% confident we are ready to roll, we will post the link on Facebook and Twitter and get the word out so everybody can tune in and see their friends and family from a distance.
And of course, that's separate from what we're doing here today. As mentioned many times here, this was kind of an impromptu live stream, just to we got to take advantage when we have live stream guru Lucas Wiseman on facility. And Lucas was trying some new stuff out this year, so we hope everyone is enjoying the new look. Pretty similar to last year, a few different changes.
Yeah, it's definitely downsizing. Technology really is helping us out. Pretty soon we'll possibly be wireless, and we'll be on the move all year. And this is something if you've never seen our setup. Certainly, if you're in town around the time of one of our broadcasts, come by, say hello. Already got some folks campaigning to join us in the booth for some guest appearances. We'll see. And we do appreciate our two teams here for unknowingly volunteering for the first live stream broadcast of the year. So we hope everybody likes the new features. As we're always looking to improve things. Of course, this Bowl TV broadcast brought to you by Track, our Bowl TV sponsor here at the Open Championships this year. And it's your support, of course, and our sponsors that help us keep things fresh and up to date as far as technology, and only getting better. Now we're broadcasting in HD. We're getting fancy.
That's true. Have the option, the bottom right-hand corner of your video screen, you have the gear setting. Select that, 720p HD, and just like that, boom, crystal clear bowling coverage. And the silky tones of Matt Cannizzaro and Aaron Smith. But you already got those, so you don't need HD for that.
And our old associate, our compadre, Emil Williams Jr. tuning in as well. Said everything looks great. Back home in Chicago, the voice of Chicago State basketball, tuning in to watch us.
That's when you know you're big time.
He even follows us on Twitter. We do appreciate the support.
We certainly do.
Looks like almost everybody in Game 3 here. Pretty soon it'll be time to start calculating, see who our leaders are for tonight, get some pictures taken, get a word in with Joe Bowler, see how he felt about his distinction tonight. And then we'll have the recap for you on bowl.com later this evening. Our first doubles and singles squad hits the lanes tomorrow at 11 a.m. our time. And then we'll have a team event after that. So we are underway. 136 days here in Reno. And we'll conclude on July 13th. So expecting 50,000 bowlers to come out for the Open Championships. Celebrate our record 12th visit to the biggest little city. 9th time here at the one-of-a-kind National Bowling Stadium. So many great places we've already visited, and it's going to be a good time.
I was already talking to the folks a little bit earlier about some fun things to do. Obviously, you can put your bowling shoes on in the morning and have fun all day, as you like to say. Hey, that even rhymed.
Yeah, Lucas told me when he was listening when you said that, and I appreciate that. I mean, it's true. You know, you get a short shuttle ride over from the airport and stay in one of these great downtown hotels. Silver Legacy, El Dorado, Circus, Harrah's right next door. Short walk to the National Bowling Stadium. If you shipped your equipment using Bowling Ball Express, it's already here waiting for you. You just got to get over the 2 blocks. You can even put your bowling shoes on in the room. Put on your shoe booty. Walk across the street and you're here.
Maybe not today, but...
and so much going on inside the National Bowling Stadium. We talked about the Bowlers Journal Championships quite a bit last year. Sponsored by Storm, presented by USBC. Up 300% last year in participation, having it on site for the first time. And now we have the handicap singles event, the Columbia 340 frame game downstairs at the Track Showcase lanes. And that a fun event, a lot of different little features to that. Just an enjoyable afternoon out, a little bit less challenging conditions, so you just want to go out there and have a good time and spend some time with the family and time on the lanes. You can certainly do that, and of course our Track Showcase lanes also being used for team practice sessions on the team pattern here upstairs. So same pattern, same lane surface. Get yourself a team practice session, and there you go. Your day's pretty complete. You don't even have to leave the building. Some great food and drink specials at the snack bar and the bar downstairs at the showcase lanes. And of course, you get to come party with Aaron Smith and Matt Canizaro. So stop by, say hello, and you come spend the day with us at the National Bowling Stadium.
Wow, you just covered everything I was going to say. Spent a little bit too much time at the same venue.
We do have a question in the chat room about the 100-foot lane. I've only heard tales of the 100-foot lane. I've never actually seen it in person. I heard last it was in a barn in Colorado somewhere being stored away, so we will not see that this year. But perhaps moving forward we can get a hold of that. I heard it was a lot of fun. But I can tell you that there will be live bowling at Harris Casino right next door. There's one lane set up. Lots of great prizes and different things going on over there. So maybe Aaron could tell us a little bit more about that and what's happening over there. But it was a lot of fun for the bowlers last year. Some lingerie bowling, some other fun features going on. So definitely check that out. I believe you can get selected to throw a shot and win a whole bunch of money and other prizes. So this is a bowling town. They roll out the red carpet for us, so to speak, and that's one of the great features.
Well, I must say I have visited Harris a few times. I'm a big fan of the Quiznos there. That's my place. Enjoy their sandwiches.
That's a hint to everybody out there, by the way.
Exactly.
It worked once for Emil Williams Jr., and we'll see if somebody will swing over with some Quiznos for Aaron.
Just saying, a honey bourbon chicken sandwich every once in a while, just I gotta keep my figure where it's at. So.
That is the way to Aaron Smith's good side. Honey bourbon chicken, everybody.
But yeah, I've been there twice already. The first time I was there, they had the lane itself set up. They didn't have the barriers around it. I was there 2 days ago, I believe, and they actually had the barriers set up. They were painting it. It was looking nice and new, and they'll be ready for some folks. I have no idea when the actual start date is, I'm afraid. But last year, it was a deal where if you had a player's card and swiped and were playing within a period, 1 or 2 hours, you had a chance to get selected to throw a shot. If you struck, then you got to go to the next level. And then it was, you had to go to the crap table, roll a certain number, blackjack, get a blackjack, something along those lines. I'm afraid all the details are a little past me at this point. And they may have changed a few things up, but it was a fun thing. Did check it out a few times. The folks certainly enjoyed it. They usually had a DJ on hand. You mentioned lingerie bowling as well. They had a few girls helping out as well, throwing a few shots as well, wowing the crowd.
Well, Reno definitely is ready for the bowlers. This is a bowling town, and anytime you walk through any of the venues and restaurants, I see the USBC apparel and lapel pins, and they're ready. So certainly get out and about and check it out downtown. Certainly make your way down to the River Walk, and baseball season right around the corner. Basketball season happening right now next door at the Reno Event Center. So much to see and do within walking distance and just a short car ride away. So take advantage, spend extra time.
The folks here in Reno are certainly excited once again to have the bowlers. As you mentioned, just walking around talking to folks. It's been, if we have the lapel pin or not. Always a curious group out here, wondering, what brings you to town, especially when you get carded all the time like I do. They see the Indiana license. But folks in general, when you mention the big bowling tournament at the National Bowling Stadium, they know exactly what you're talking about. Always excited. Chance for the local businesses to get some new customers, and obviously they hope for some repeat customers. Folks definitely have their favorite places. I know Lucas had a very big post on the USBC Open and Women's Championships page a few days ago about favorite places to eat, and I know him and USBC's and Bull TV's Matt Lawson ended up going to Hash House A Go-Go at Harrah's.
Well, that's certainly my favorite part of Reno is the food. That's how I got this sweet round figure. But Reno's a delicious town, certainly. And that's something I do talk an awful lot about. So
when you're right, you're right.
that's not very often, so I appreciate that. But Aaron Smith, I think I'm going to leave it with you here in a minute, and I'm going to go look at some scores. I know you'll bring it home here, and then come help me do what we do. Certainly, maybe have somebody guard the live stream gear so we can be in two places at once. But everybody, it was a pleasure being here this evening. And this is just the first of many. It's going to be a long, sweet run here. 2014 Open Championships. So with that, that's my news for now. I'll see you all on the lanes.
All right, thanks again, Matt. Once again, everybody, USBC's own Matt Cannizzaro stopping in to say hi. Matt's been running around. We had some local news folks from KOLO TV, Channel 8 here in Reno, stopped by earlier. So Matt was helping them out and putting out a few other fires, of course. But thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. We got still have more than 100 folks tuning in live on a Friday night, so we appreciate everyone kind of jumping in on this impromptu live stream. Get a first-hand look at the team pattern, the 43-foot sport-compliant pattern, which you can practice on before you get here at the track showcase lanes downstairs at the National Bowling Stadium. For $125, you and 9 of your teammates can get an hour on the lanes to sure up your game plan, get an idea of what to expect when the lights are on. See a few questions in the chat room. First, about the classified division. It is not handicap. It is scratch scores. So when you see the big banners hanging up here, those are our scratch numbers. As far as the pizza, everybody has their favorites around here. A lot of great choices, actually. One of my favorites is, it's changed names a few times over the year, but I believe it's called Noble Pie. I haven't been there yet. It's down 2nd Street, not too far away from the National Bowling Stadium. A bit of a walk, but they have the big slices similar to, I guess, you'd expect to see in New York, where one slice might be enough to hold you over here if you're not starving. But Noble Pie is certainly a great place. Brew Brothers in El Dorado. So he's had some good choices over the years as far as specialty pizzas. Of course, Matt Cannizzaro would be the source of pizza information here at the Open Championships, but he is departed for the evening. But those are a few of my favorite choices. See a question about the oil. Yes, Kegel Ice, once again, is the oil of choice for the Open Championships. We're using new machines this year provided by Kegel, the Flex machine. So when you get here, you'll know them when you see them. We have 4 walkers. So they just need to be set, and then they find themselves from lane to lane without any problem. And they are white, and they stick out quite a bit. They look good going down the lanes. That's a brand new setup from Kegel this year. Then the ice we introduced last year here at the Open Championships. It's back again this year. For those of you wanting to find out more about the oil patterns here at the 2014 Open Championships, you can go to bowl.com/openchamp and then click on the information button a little ways down, and there you'll have lane conditions. I'll show you the graphs in 3D and 2D for both team and doubles and singles, and then after you're done watching today, if you still got about a half an hour, be sure to check out the Open Championships kickoff show, which is where we unveiled the two patterns going to be used this year. It's really a great show. A lot of positive feedback. Of course, my good friend Jeff Riggles as well. And not only do you get to see the patterns unveiled there, you also get to see a few folks bowling on the lanes. We have a few different styles. We have some left-handers. We have some folks who play the lanes a little straighter, some guys who get on the ball a little bit more. So you get to see them on both patterns, the team and doubles and singles. And while all that's going on, you're also getting some expert analysis from USBC Women's Championships manager and lane guru for developing patterns here, Eric Pearson, along with Lane 81 coach Mike Jasnow. And to top it all off, a late addition, gold coach Stephen Padilla. He's also an Eagle winner here at the Open Championships. His banner actually hanging right now above 49 and 50 for the highest regular doubles score with his wife Brenda, 1566. But be sure to check out that show. It's got a lot of great information. Not only that stuff, but it takes you around the NBS with some of the new changes that are going on, including the squad room. As well as you get a look at the ball booths. We get to talk to a few of the folks in the ball booths. Get to hear some of their recommendations for this year. See, folks, I told you Lucas Wiseman was working hard. He just sent over the link for the 2014 USBC Open Championships Open Ceremony. Cut down to a just a little over a minute. But if you, after you're done here, be sure to check that out as well. Shows the folks marching out. I'm watching real time right now. We got Joe Bowler coming down. Ring of Fire, the tribute to Johnny Cash. Show courtesy of the El Dorado. I'm watching in real time, so I'm waiting for the next segment here. I got to hear a little bit of the Ring of Fire. Sounds like a great show, especially if you enjoy the stylings of the man in black, Johnny Cash. There's Chad Murphy and Mayor Bob Cashel cutting the ribbon, as well as we get to see Joe Bowler, James Campton, get to see his first effort. And of course, you can't forget the mass ball shot. A long-standing tradition here at the Open Championships. So Lucas, thanks for the great work there, and once you finish up here, be sure to check out Bowl TV at youtube.com/BowlTV for all this great stuff. Right now in the lanes, we're in the 5th frame already. of our final game of the opening squad. Looks like the scoring pace for Texatonka Green number 2 has dwindled a little bit. They got a few opens up there here on the early on. Randy Geard's looking for a double here. Hope get him on the right track. He comes in a little light, leaves a 2-pin. All right, folks, we're in the 7th frame right now. Tough break there for Jeff Eisenberg. Staring at a 4.9 on a shot that ran a little bit high. Lucas Wiseman stopped by. He is checked out for the day. So we want to thank Lucas for all his help this weekend. Obviously, with the changes to the live stream here, the little different from last year. We hope everyone is enjoying it. Please tell your friends about it if you didn't get a chance to just yet, or if you're tuning in at a later time. Be sure to share this. Our next broadcast from the Open Championships will be taking place on March 14th. That'll be your first look at a live doubles and singles set. We will feature PBA 50 Tour champion Mike Diaz and his very talented group at 2 p.m. Eastern, right here on Bull TV. All broadcasts on Bull TV this year at the Open Championships are presented by Track. We want to thank them for their sponsorship, not only of Bull TV, but of the Track Showcase lanes as well, located on the main floor of the NBS. Also down there, you'll find the Columbia 300 40-frame game. It's been around for a while, but the fun event with mulligans and bonus pins and all that fun stuff is joining the Open Championships, or is under the same roof as the Open Championships for the first time. It's been around since 1992, or been following us since 1992, been around since 1989. All right, folks, just about ready for the 8th frame here. And we're going to be signing off shortly, at least from the commentating aspect. We're still going to leave the cameras on until Texatonka Green 1 and 2 finish up here. But Matt Cannizzaro and myself have some folks to track down, some stories to write, so we're going to be handling that as well as finishing up the live stream here. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank the folks of Texatonka Green 1 and 2 for graciously allowing us to live stream them. They definitely were not expecting it to start, but they've been good sports, have given you a good first look here at the team pattern at the Open Championships. Also want to thank Lucas Wiseman for helping us out with the new setup. We hope everyone likes it. Of course, my colleague and buddy in the booth for many of the remaining broadcasts out here, Matt Cannizzaro, who's staying busy today. And of course, the whole USBC staff, which has just been fantastic. The Open Championship staff been helping getting everything ready. It's been a crazy past week or so, but we're off and running. First of 136 days, nearly in the books here. So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Like I said, we'll keep the cameras running for the time being. But this will be the end of the commentary. So thank you again for tuning in, spending your Friday night with us here. And we look forward to seeing all of you in Reno here. So this is Aaron Smith. We'll be signing off here to steal Matt Cannizzaro's end phrase. That's the news for now. We'll see you on the lanes. Thank you again.
Should have been a 4-9.
I got the regular brackets too. I didn't end up getting the finals and I
Yeah, got it going. Started it right there. Started it. Where's the 10-pin? Started something. Control like it. Here we can do it. I know we didn't do it last year. All right.
Yeah, I wanted a Mickle and Light. Or what do you got? Like that?
Yeah.
Give me one of them.
Okay, I'll give you this.
That guy didn't want it. What do you get for it?
Well, they are the Bud Light.
How much you want for it?
160. Got two? They're 13.
It's okay. I don't think anyone in them. Well, you could give them away. There you go. I mean, I only got $100 bill. I'm not going to break that for you. So I appreciate it, though.
Thank you.
You working tomorrow? I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll be here.
It's over, Mike. Forget it.
Games or something.